Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the False Finish Podcast. As always,
dancing to the song on the
I
camera.
am your host, Tony, and am being joined by the other illustrious host.
Hey everybody. 2 weeks in a row, baby. We're back.
Liggan'.
It's back. We're not going anywhere, we promise. We're like your podcast father that continuously abandons you and then comes back again.
I assure you.
Comes back into your life when you're succeeding.
I assure you, like Dr. Doom, Matthew Ming will eventually be back. But right now he's, dealing with some stuff, handling some business.
Yeah.
But he'll be back. I think at the...
Well, no, we've initiated now a no remote podcast policy.
I refuse.
Yeah, you've like the WGA and the SAG-AFTRA, you've gone on strike from remote podcasting.
I'm just done with it. It's just too much talking over each other.
No, I will totally agree with you. But for a while, that was my only availability.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So we had to make some sacrifices.
I'm just hoping he starts coming. We can be a trio.
We have more than extended the invitation. We've
fucking tripod.
Yeah. The triumvirate returns. Will be our first time ever doing it, which yesterday that episode was technically episode 100. This is episode 101.
Wow. It only took us 17 years.
Well, it only took us 2017 is, I think, when we started this.
Yeah, starting to hit in a horde.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Happy 101, bud.
Hey, man, we made it.
100 episodes.
This is the most successful piece of the most continuous bit of false finish content ever made.
Yeah, so at least this one keeps going.
Huzzah.
This one will never die. It's like MVW.
No. Yeah.
Which we'll talk about later. Anyway, welcome back to a second week. We're going to be back up and doing this every week.
Yep.
We got a lot of things I want to talk to you about. Like, for instance, since we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants today.
As always. Today, as opposed to we ever take notes or prepare for this podcast.
I'm going to take this time to talk about our GM thing and maybe get people to watch it.
Okay. Well, it's a series that we're working on.
Yes. So Brandon bought WWE 2K23, and
Brandon bought a PS5
and a PS5, and he was talking about how good the GM mode has been. And I remember last year when I talked to Cheyenne Ortiz, friend of the podcast, he said that it was bare bones, but if with enough, time,
it seemed like a enjoyable experience.
Yes. Okay. So,
in theory, and I think I didn't play it in the previous version of it because I heard it was way too bare bones, and then I heard this one in reviews. One of the things that was a major standout, it was this whole other way to play the game that is continuously enjoyable and fun, and you can find new ways to play it. And if you got 4 people together, it's
a fun little time.
You could do this thing.
Yeah. So GM mode is better now. So we decided to start our own little fantasy thing, and we're going to start posting it. We're going to start calling the matches. Yes. It's going to be a fun time, so I hope you guys watch it.
So it's going to be an oncoming series. We're also going to be using WWE 2K and a lot of other content.
Yeah, I'm bringing back virtual MVW again, for sure.
We should. I mean, too bad we would get sued totally because we could just call it virtual pro wrestling.
I know.
But we would get so sued.
What if we figured out a way? What if we call it virtual sports entertainment?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, VSE.
You can even acronym.
I know. I'm a good acronym. I'm always a big acronym guy.
Think we found the name for the show, bro.
All Elite Video Game Wrestling.
I'm good with that too. AEVG.
AEVGW.
Yeah. But whatever. That a lot of this stuff's coming out.
Believe me, because I have tons of ideas. Can we talk about my ideas for that?
Let's
go. Okay.
Welcome to we're going to name this episode today.
What?
Tony and Brandon's Darkplace.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you. At some point in time tonight, when we're like baked out of our minds, I'll put on the Darkplace DVD commentary, which is them in character watching the show,
that's great.
Talking about the show. He's just like, you just did this for the whole show. Matt Perry's just like, or Todd Rivers is just like, so you just do this for the whole show.
That's great.
Can we show somebody else now? He's just like totally uninterested while the other two are trying to like take it seriously. And no one knows what happens to the actress still.
Yeah, because they said she went missing, right?
She said she went missing.
Yeah.
They're never going to find her.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
That was such a great show.
A fantastic show. All right, let's hear some of your ideas.
Okay.
Your ideas.
I want to do basically like several variations of the Undertaker character. Instead of an undead wizard, an undead mobster. The Gabagool.
Jesus Christ.
A wise guy that got whacked. And he's come back.
He comes back to settle scores.
To settle scores.
Come back, and this time it's personal. It's not just business.
We'll have like a mafia type faction and stuff like that. And he was like somebody that whacked him.
So you're gonna create all these guys, and this is a virtual thing. Like, what is this idea?
I mean, we're allowed up to 100 people. I will forego. I haven't downloaded a single created player. I am willing to make 100.
Okay, so hold on.
A cast of hundreds, literal hundreds, to make this dream a reality.
Dude,
that's what I think we really should do. Like,
hold on a sec. How about the GM mode is its own show?
No, and then the universe mode is a separate thing.
Yeah, and you create your own with your game, and then I'll create my own. So you can create your own.
I just think we should do. I just want to take this idea and just be the most absurd thing.
Awesome. The one thing I don't like, if I could be honest with the WWE games, is when people make the superheroes.
Yeah, that's cheesy.
I think that's cheesy and stupid.
Yeah.
And how many years do we have to go with that game where they put Goku's hair in it?
Yeah, they have to make Goku's
every year
because people like playing Goku, or it's just the Super Saiyan hair in general.
Every fucking year.
Yeah,
that hair is in the game.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever used it once.
No, never.
I've never even made them.
I would never even want to do so.
No.
Like I'm that level of nerd purist.
Yes.
Where like wrestling is wrestling. Other things are other things.
Exactly.
If I wanted to play a game with Goku, I'll just play a Dragon.
Just play Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I'll just play fighters or.
If I want to play Batman, I'm going to go play Arkham Knight.
Kakarot.
Right.
Which Kakarot was one of the things I'm very happy about. Was when I got the PS5 was games that I bought that were also available on PS5 for free.
It was one of them.
Kakarot was one of them.
What was that? The RPG one?
Yeah, that was the RPG one.
Oh, see, I can't play those games.
No, it was like you played Xenoverse. It was the Xenoverse combat system, just with like a movement traversal system, just with RP. You're just playing the story of the
Dragon Ball Z. Is it up to a certain point, or is it the whole thing?
I think with DLC, it has everything.
Oh, so okay, so the original game just went up to a certain point, and then you had to download the episodes, and then it was available like an episode of content. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, okay.
Or just they did up to sell. I think.
Yeah, because that's what they always do with those games.
Yeah, and then.
Because isn't that when the guy who created the show was kind of like, all right, I'm done with this? And
no, GT was when Toriyama checked out.
Oh, because Majin Buu looked a little lackadaisical too, if you ask me.
Or it was like, all right, you could do this. I'm gonna just.
Like he was like probably a part of the Majin Buu saga, where he was like, all right, has to be the end. We cannot keep going with this, and they just did it anyway. And then he's like,
he didn't ever intend, I think, to continue after that.
Somebody, I think it was Felix, he was talking to me about something. He was telling me that they're trying to make GT canon now because they want to make them Super Saiyan 4. And I said to him,
I mean, they've kind of already like.
I said to him, I said, how many fucking times they got to transform these guys?
Everything. You always need a new level.
I mean, I hit Ultra Instinct.
He's literally a god. Goku could be literally a god, and it's still not be enough.
It makes no fucking sense.
There's always going to be somebody stronger. Yes.
It makes no sense.
Because they have to keep the money train going.
I guess so.
No, because Dragon Ball Z is literally owned by the Japanese Disney.
Really?
Yeah. Toei Animation is Japanese Disney.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
They have the theme parks and everything.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure they have Toei theme parks.
You think that would come over here?
No, they would have to reach some sort of deal. And
well, Disney World's over there, isn't it?
I don't know if they have a Disney World Tokyo. I think they might. Yeah, they have a Tokyo Disney.
They have to have a Tokyo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look right now.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I'm gonna fucking look right now.
I'm pretty sure there's a Tokyo Disney, or at least a Beijing Disney.
Disney in
Tokyo. Just do Tokyo Disney.
Disney in Japan. Disney in Japan.
I'm pretty sure there's got to be one. I know that because
Tokyo Disney Resort.
I know there's a Universal Studios, and that was where the first place they did.
What do you think? What do you think's at Tokyo Disney? Let's say
Disney stuff.
They got Tokyo Disneyland.
Disney stuff.
They got Japan. Tokyo Disney Sea. They only have 2 parks.
The sea park is just like a water park, like it's like a Sea World, but with.
I assume so.
See that? Yeah, I can see after watching the
Little Mermaid. They got a Little Mermaid show.
Oh,
it's a water park, bro.
The killer whale. Okay, water park, not a.
Yeah, no, it's a water park.
Not a water
this
animal.
This particular
torture.
Disneyland has been around for 40 years.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, 40th anniversary this year.
I always knew there was other. always forget where the Disney places are.
I can't believe you didn't think that there was a Disneyland.
I just forget how many goddamn Disney places there are.
It's definitely Disneyland in Japan, but that's why I think there could be because dude, first off, how many idiots would go to that fucking thing if it opened up here?
Oh, for sure.
You know,
you could actually give that a Goog too if there's Toei Animation theme parks.
How do you spell his name?
Toei.
Toei.
Animation.
Okay, there I see it. Tohei Park. It's right there.
Bam.
Tohei Kodo Studio Park. Is that what it is?
I also think Tohei is this.
Tohei Kodo Studio is the only theme
technically, Godzilla and Goku are under the same umbrella, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the only Jidaikiki theme park in Japan. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Attractions, let's say. It's all ninja based.
I want to be ninja.
Oh, you can't do that. Oof, you gotta be careful with that stuff, dude. Oh, this is like a weird thing. This ain't like his animations.
I want to.
No.
It's all like, it's not just like, there is no like Walt Disney of Japan, I don't think. But it's, the company owns, like they own a lot of the major.
Let's see, Toei Animation.
See all the things that are under the Toei Animation umbrella.
I know, Toho Studio, I guess it is his animation.
Godzilla. It's animation and film.
Oh, so he done film too.
Yeah, they're a major.
Oh, and they film all the shit out there when they make all the stuff.
Yeah. Or they distribute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many foreign films have you ever seen?
I went through a lot. I'm a big Kurosawa guy.
Kurosawa is the samurai.
Seven Samurai. I went through the Blind Samurai, the Zatoichi movies.
Okay.
Those had been around. Those were like, I think even like pre-war.
Okay.
Then I went through a Takeshi Miike phase. Takeshi Miike was the guy who Quentin Tarantino got all the squirty blood stuff from.
That's great.
Yeah, he did that. He did this movie called Ichi the Killer, which is kind of like if Batman was poor and neurotic, and fought people with basically hockey skates, essentially.
Oh my goodness.
He kicks some dude. He has a knife on the end of his shoes and he kicks people in the throat.
I always loved the sound it made.
Yeah. Takeshi Miike was on some shit. He did some pretty weird, pretty interesting stuff.
He's like, we're going to squirt everybody.
And I'm assuming we'll talk about that later on the other podcast we're going to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was, that's the extent of my foreign stuff. And then some like more European-y stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. But mostly the bulk of my foreign films are Japan and a little bit of Korea maybe.
Korea.
Yeah, because they're stepping their game up.
Yeah. Wow.
For a while it was just like Japan was just leaps and bounds. They're releasing another Godzilla movie, Japanese Godzilla movie.
Are you serious?
Shin Godzilla. Shin Gojira.
Shin Gojira. Gojira.
So
we can't do that stuff because we're getting in trouble.
We are. We're being terribly patronizing towards Asian people. I'm sorry. We respect your culture. We're terrible white people. We could call it that. Terrible.
I mean, you
white
can
people.
have your culture. I'm more than welcome to it. I just, I can't live in a sardine can like Japanese people do. They live in like small quarters, don't they?
There's not a lot of people who have big, huge houses. A lot of apartments and
very tiny.
You have a condensed space. I mean, in the cities, if you go out to the country, you have, obviously space to roam about. But if you're in Tokyo,
Japan would be one of your top places to visit, correct?
For sure, buddy.
Yeah, I would go there. I like that. It looks very futuristic.
I would do all the touristy shit. I would do all. Yeah. I mean,
you definitely go to the Tokyo Dome, you mark.
If there was, I would go. Yes, but I would even markier try to coordinate it
during like New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. I've looked into what
would you want to go to, like
Wrestle Kingdom?
Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom. What the flights from Los Angeles to Japan.
Yeah, because you have to fly from Japan to Los Angeles.
Fly from I mean, you could fly from New York, but it's a lot longer of a flight.
Yeah, you have to fly, of course.
But I would fly from L.A. Fly to L.A. first.
You're still doing it. We just landed in L.A.
Yeah, this is it. I would land in L.A. first, stay in L.A. for a day, then fly out to Japan. I'd do it in shifts.
Okay, it's 18 hours from L.A., right?
That's fine. What I would actually like if I was super baller and I like go down these weird binges on social media, the people who like travel the world.
And my girl's a big Josh Gates person, so we watch them shits too.
Yeah, he's like, I am staying on Emirates World Business Class.
Oh, yeah, on those fancy planes.
Yeah, and you get like the whole cubicle to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need those in those
long-ass flights.
overseas flights,
Yeah, because you're going to want to take a fucking nap. I couldn't sit in a chair like this. I'd have to splay out.
That would suck, 16 hours in that chair.
I would have to splay out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Just think about how all those wrestlers used to do it.
But again, well, yeah. But
like
now,
think about it, with the exception of Hulk Hogan, like, think about like
Andre. How many times did Andre go over to Japan?
Andre and Big John Studd.
Yeah, all those guys. Brody.
Yeah, Brody. Just crammed up in that little coach.
Stan Hansen.
Like, I'm good. Don't worry. Just give me a couple more beers.
Yeah, just give me a couple more beers and a couple whiskeys. I'll be fine.
It's all right. My knees, boy, it's locking up a little bit, but just give me a couple more brewskis. I'll be okay.
Mr. Hansen's son, you know smoke cigar.
Hey, I do what I want over in this plane. You understand me?
Don't make me hit you with a lariat,
goddamn star in Japan.
Terry Funk. God damn it, Stan! Will you just leave the flight attendant alone?
Poor Leon.
Yeah.
Fucking Vader.
Oh man, I get sad now when I see the pictures of Terry Funk now.
But listen, he's what, 96?
No, he's not 96 years old. He's got to be like in his 70s or 80s probably.
He's up there.
He's very, very old, yes, and it's.
A small breeze would blow him away.
I'm just real happy for the life I did have.
Oh, Terra Funk.
Oh.
Matt always tells the story. Are you taking me to the airport?
Are you taking me to the airport, son?
Of course I will, Terry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Funk.
Yes, sir, Mr. Funk.
Which also I always thought the best name for a place in wrestling was Terry Funk.
Funk U.
No, the Double Cross Ranch.
Oh, that's right. That's where he's from.
From the Double Cross Ranch.
Funk U was his school.
Funk U was the school.
Yeah.
From the Double Cross Ranch.
Yeah.
Greatest name. If anytime that's
also Cactus Jack had Truth and Consequences.
Truth and Consequences, New Mexico.
New Mexico, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just as good as Parts Unknown.
Parts Unknown, Truth or Consequences. Yeah. Which I think Truth or Consequences, New Mexico was a real town, I think.
It's great.
Yeah.
If you're from there, that's great. Where are you from? Truth or Consequences,
I'm from
New Mexico.
It sounds real Old West.
It does. Like, I'm from Truth or Consequences.
It sounds like an outlaw town.
That sounds like a place they definitely hang people at.
No, it's like the outlaw enclave.
But they got the stockade. They make you sit out there and let everybody throw tomatoes at you.
Yeah, you're from Truth or Consequences.
Yeah, you're from Truth or Consequences. Where if you do some dumb shit, you all consequences to it.
Or like the home of the justice system.
Like if you steal, the sheriff just shoots you in the hand.
Yeah.
It's like, now you good luck using that hand, boy.
Like outlaw justice.
That's where Walker, Texas Ranger does his most work.
That does sound like a good name of a 90s outlaw show, Outlaw Justice.
Oh, for sure. Outlaw Justice starring Lorenzo Lamas.
Yeah. Set in the Dr. Quinn universe. It's like the slightly more racier version of it.
Oh, my God.
This is great content.
Lorenzo Lamas.
This is great. This is absolutely great content.
Remember that terrible show, The Renegade?
Yes. No, it was 90s, great 90s syndicated.
Thunder in Paradise, to me, is still an underrated show. I will defend it until the day I die. Hulk Hogan doesn't get enough credit for at least trying.
Also, totally random segue, and I meant to tell you this earlier, but I'll tell you on the podcast. This weekend at Street Fest, I saw somebody with it's from like the comic, the Marvel comic, WCW, of RoboCop and Sting.
That's great.
And I said, it's RoboCop coming to help Sting.
It's RoboCop coming to help Sting. Fucking shit.
RoboCop.
That was dumb.
Yeah, Jim Ross is like, please get me out of here.
I can't believe I'm here doing this right now.
When is my contract up? 2 more years? Oh, God, I'm going to Vince so fast.
He sounds so...
Oh, yeah, in the game?
He sounds so enthused.
In the game? It's going to be a barn burner.
I saw Dan Soder talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, AEW, give me a call. I got some notes.
Yeah, just...
I mean, Dan, I think we're all going to say the same thing. Make the created wrestler better.
Oh, yeah.
And make the experience better.
Well, I get it. I think you just...
you should have just a career mode. Check it out. I thought Japanese games did this. You do a career mode where you start off as a rookie, there's a story, and it just progresses.
See, this
and it's just like, it's like a kind of like a recycled story where it's like, okay, I've read this before.
This wasn't a Japanese game. It was made by a European studio.
I'm just saying, but isn't Kenny Omega like, stroking the dick of Japan? Wouldn't he like put elements in? This should just be a career mode where you're just played forever. It's got to be a replay mode. There's got to be replayability. Otherwise, the fucking game is useless.
Yeah, no. I entirely agree with you. I just think...
Especially nowadays.
It was made by why it took so long to come out was made by a very, very small development team.
Yeah. You think some big publisher would be like, I think we could do better and take it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Or THQ.
Or do you think like it was like that to see like, yo,
Yeah.
look, if you make this game, people will buy it kind of shit?
Yeah, I think they'll AEW Games, which is their own studio, which is their own publishing division.
Yeah.
We'll find another studio, and it will be like, oh hey, based on the success or however many units
Yeah.
Fight Forever sells, they could base off of, hey, you use this technology, make it better, improve on it, and you will sell X amount of more units probably.
Okay.
And they'll be like, okay, that's worth Y amount of dollars. The deal gets done.
I just don't understand why they didn't figure that out. They just rushed to make a video game.
They tried to literally start a game studio.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it grows. That's the only place where I hope succeeds because I liked the controls. It was like playing No Mercy.
Yeah, it's literally No Mercy.
And it was just like, okay, you give me a deeper version of this game, and I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, the one thing I don't like, and I'll always say this until I'm blue in the fucking face, is you have to give me the ability to just erase your guys out of the game.
Oh, yes, they would never, no game would ever do that. No.
Yes, they did. It's bullshit because you could do it No Mercy. You could do it in those original games. You could do it. You could literally go on, like I used to do it all the time in WCW Revenge. I used to replace Scotty Riggs with me. I just put mine because I used to like his gear, and he basically had the moveset that I was like, okay, I could do these. So I would just take Scotty Riggs' name out and put my name in, and I change the colors around.
Okay.
Okay.
And the character model.
Yes. Then
similar.
WCW Revenge came. That was WCW Revenge.
Is this even Scotty Riggs with the eye patch?
Yeah.
Okay.
WWE WrestleMania 2000. There was guys in that game that I was like, I don't want this fucking guy. Like Crash Holly at the time, I was like, I don't want. He's a bum. So I would change him to like Billy. Instead of making Billy, I would just change him.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like a character slot that I could just, instead of using one up, I could just,
in the game.
all right, this guy, I'm never going to use this guy.
Right.
So now if I change him, his name and shit, I'll use him. His moves, that was the funny thing too, because in No Mercy, and those, you couldn't change their moves.
No.
But you could change everything else. This game, you could change their moves, but you can't change nothing else. It's so fucking annoying.
Oh, you could change their gears because some people.
But then it takes up a character slot.
Yeah, or you have presets. Each character has a set number of preset slots.
Yeah, it's like annoying, man.
And you could change it because they have. If you win a certain number of matches with a certain character, you get gold gear for them.
Because it would just be easier to take a guy that you know, like let's say, for instance, if you're going to make MVW guys, and you make someone like Greco. You would just take one of these indie guys and be like, he does
all the same moves.
And bang.
Yeah.
Like you just take like a
find a finisher that's close enough.
That's what I'm saying, and then you just change the finish, and then that's it. Like that's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a, you would get so many more, I think, out of it because then people be like, oh, I can literally.
Or you could just have.
If you base the game around like full customization, you could do it. You could change everything. You don't think people would jump on that? I think they would.
I think people, if it was just you make a generic wrestling game where you can make your own wrestler, it has a set number of guys. A better Fire Pro Wrestling was that. Even though Fire Pro Wrestling had the New Japan license.
You give me graphics like AEW,
and the
just like that, where I can just do whatever I want.
The depth of creative of free, yeah.
I'm in. I'll buy that game every day. Because that was just virtual pro wrestling. If that's what it was.
Yeah. I mean, because I even did that with Fire Pro Wrestling where they had the Booker mode.
I'm in. If you give me that ability, you just give me like the ability to fully create where I don't listen, no disrespect to the guys in AEW, but I'm never going to play with those guys. I would just create my own guy and always play as my own guy. But because there's no like depth in the career, just in the career mode alone, you have to play the same thing over and over and over again. It's like they went for the arcade aspect. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, you got to like give me more because like if I'm going to spend $60, I spend $60 on WWE. You spend like, or 80 because you get the season pass or whatever, but it's just like, the game is still $60 and it has so much replayability in that $60 that why would you want to buy AEW? The only reason you're going to buy AEW is because you're loyal to that company and you want to play as Kenny Omega. You want to play as the Young Bucks, which I guess.
I do want to play as.
That's what I'm saying. It's fine.
And it's the version of guys like Pentagon that they have.
That's what I'm saying. Better. That's fine. And you keep those guys in the game, but the other guys that you'll never play as. Like you'll never play as
I would kill for. Well, no, you never know. Never not play as him, but
I would never play as that guy.
Who plays who?
No, but I would change him, and then
I don't even think he's not even in the game.
Oh, that's because Because aren't the other guys in there?
Only Silver and
The other guy, right? He teamed with
Alex Reynolds. Yeah,
Alex Reynolds. Yeah, that's fucking.
only Silver and Reynolds are in the game.
That's so dumb.
Johnny Hungy.
That's our video game portion. Any new video games coming out?
Well, the latest in video game news that I read is they say that this last Assassin's Creed Red, which is supposedly the one set in Japan, is going to be the last of the RPG Assassin's Creed games. They're going to, I guess, go back to the more stealthy,
Like linear.
Not really linear, because all the games were open world, but it was kind of like you would go to this small area. And that area was open world, and then you could travel to another area. Like how the second game,
Yeah, I remember.
or the first and second game, whereas like you were on a larger map.
Yeah.
And you traveled in between them. It wasn't, you couldn't like continue on a same path and just travel, and eventually you'd reach there. Got to a certain point on the map, and it would load another map.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Or you would go to this part of the map, and it would load that map.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I like Valhalla. I don't think you could top that.
Valhalla was probably the best.
Valhalla was such a good game.
I mean, all of those games were
Yeah, but Valhalla was so. And you guys, there's stuff download that I didn't get yet.
Oh yeah, I think they only just recently stopped
with it. Yeah.
Yeah, finished with
Such
the
a
Valhalla
great
DLC.
game.
Yeah.
Such a great game. That's what I'm saying. If I'm going to spend the money, just give me the ability to want to replay it over and over and over again. So at least I feel like I got the value out of it.
I think that's what they might do with this next God of War, because how they left it.
What how was that game? Did you?
I didn't play it.
You didn't play it yet? You got PS5 now, so.
But here's the thing where I don't want to play it. I already watched it.
Oh, you saw the whole story?
I watched the whole story.
Yeah,
I watched all the movies and stuff.
I'm waiting because that's one thing I don't do is I don't watch video game stories until I get the game.
I like to fall asleep to things.
I guess it's the Spider-Man 2 game's coming out in October still, right?
Yes.
Or 25th. I'm definitely
Yeah, they're taking pre-order, so it's coming out.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take that. I'm going to get that. That's when I'm going to get my PS5. Like right on then, so I can play it.
You get the Bundaroo.
Yeah, so I'm going to buy everything.
The Bundaroo that has all the Spider-Mans.
Yeah, why not? And I'll play all through them. Mm-hmm. That'll be a great stream.
Yes.
To do, right?
Where you just literally don't get off stream until you're done playing with them.
I could probably knock at least half the game out in a day. I mean, I have to devote a lot of time to it, but I probably could.
I was watching something.
I could beat I could beat Miles Morales in a day.
I was watching something the other day about this. It's the girlfriend of, I forget what it's one of the more popular Twitch streamers.
Okay.
I forget what the guy's name is, but she was talking about getting swatted and stuff like that. And she was just like, I have to come in there, and I had to cut the stream off because we were being swatted, and then people thought I was just doing it to fuck up to try and promote my own stuff, and I was just like,
what the hell swatted?
It's when they call a hostage situation. It's where someone hacks out and finds out where you live by like figuring out where your IP address is.
Wow.
And then calls a hostage situation or bomb threat to your location, and a SWAT team shows up to your house. And, they don't really just, it's not just a simple, hey, is everything okay? When a SWAT team comes to your house, they come in ready to go, do the little SWAT team thing, which is usually like,
But isn't that fucked up now? Because now
sometimes
cops gotta,
shoot people.
That's what I'm saying. Because now cops gotta like, is it real? Is it a real call?
Yeah. But that's where they also, like, some of these people, some of these more popular streamers, they reach out to their local police department and just be like, yeah, unless there's a situation here, we'll give you, like a safe word.
Oh, it has to be.
Like cucumbers, 95 something drive.
Sploosh.
Cucumbers
is my
cucumbers at 97 Elmhurst Drive. Cucumbers.
Huh.
I don't know why it's cucumbers. But
I hope you didn't give somebody's real address. I don't know.
That's why I was just trying to come up with 123 Fake Street.
Yeah, okay.
123 Fake Street.
I'm seeing right here that James Harden wants to trade again. This guy.
I know.
I mean,
who cares?
Can we just stop giving him shots?
Where else is he going to go? Because he's not going to, very clearly he can't do it by himself, win a title. He has to be.
He needs to be led, but he can't be led because he got too much of a fucking ego.
No, I think he could be a number one, but he has to have the people like a 2 and a 3 already around him.
Yeah.
Like he could go to a place like that, or he could go to a place where it already has the number one. He could be the second option, and it's like I think he's at that point in his career, like Russ. Yeah. Like Russ is just going to go ring Jace.
Yeah, I guess so.
To the end until he can't play anymore.
I just don't think they're going to get one. James Harden has a ring or no?
Russ and Harden do not have rings.
No, right? Good.
Durant has a ring. So of those 3 guys that were on the Thunder,
I hope he never gets one. When you start chasing like that, I don't think you deserve one.
no, because I mean, eventually, if you hang on long enough,
You should be a goddamn team player and build a team. He should have just been a team player the first time, or whatever the fuck. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And people thought he was like, I mean, he had what, 1 MVP year? Like how many?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like.
I mean, or he's like a perennial like top 3, top 5 MVP.
Yeah, he's a great player, but he's just like fucking Kyrie Irving.
Always an all-star.
He's a head case, man.
Kyrie took less money to go back to Dallas, so who knows how that's going to work out.
Wow.
The Knicks gave Dante DiVincenzo $50 million.
Was that bad or good? You tell me.
I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's the Knicks need to shoot better three-pointers, and he shoots three-pointers.
Yeah. How do you feel about this whole Saquon Barkley situation?
Not great. Like, it's not like something I'm happy about. Like, I think he should get his money, obviously.
So it's basically safe to say that he won't be a Giant next year.
Or he's.
I think halfway through the season they might trade. They might trade him before the season.
Yeah, who knows? It's that he might force their hand. But it's gonna be tough.
He was such a good player.
Because it would have been better to trade him before the draft.
I felt like he was like a kind of player you wanted in the locker room.
Yeah, no, and
The situation is that they can't cripple themselves in the salary cap, right? Pay him.
Yeah, because they're already paying Daniel Jones.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Here's the thing: they're going to have to pay him, or basically start over with a new guy. And
we're going to be mediocre for the next 20 years.
The devil, no, it's going to be like a Kirk Cousins situation. I think that's his ceiling, but. I think Kirk Cousins has proved that he's good enough to lead a team, a capable enough team with a capable enough defense and a capable enough weapons around him to the playoffs. He's done it before. Yeah. And Jesus Christ, I just said something positive about Kirk Cousins on this podcast. Yeah. So.
How do you feel about Shohei Ohtani? They said that the Yankees are in the top 10 of the landing spots. Not in the top 5, but top 10.
I mean, I think the Yankees are in the top 10 of landing spots anyway because everybody wants to put the Yankees against each other. At this point in time, I'm not saying I'm like giving up on any sort of hope of the Yankee season being successful.
Yeah.
I don't know what, like, this team is not there's not a good offense. They're the 27th ranked offense in Major League Baseball. That's not good.
That's very bad.
That's terrible.
Hey, bud, the Mets suck too.
Yeah, it's so bad for New York sports right now because it's like every other team is kind of like in limbo. Rangers and Islanders and Devils the Devils are kind of like, okay, they're on the up.
Yeah.
Rangers are kind of like in between. Islanders are kind of even more confused. The Knicks are kind of like throwing shit against the wall, hope it works, hoping Julius Randle figures shit out. We're relying on Julius Randle in the playoffs. Yeah. So that's a thing.
The Pirates signed their number 1 pick to $9 million deal, record deal.
Yeah. Well, I think these kids are getting younger and younger as they're coming up.
Stronger and stronger, too.
Stronger and stronger. The college pipeline is getting more competitive. Guys out of high school are becoming more competitive. Guys are playing travel baseball their entire lives, so they're getting game reps in like these sort of situations. So we're making a jump to a major league organization isn't that much of a shell shock to them.
True. Yeah,
they're like, so probably some of these guys, if you've made it to this level, you have similar experiences to everybody around you. Maybe not the guys so much that have come from Latin America and the Dominican Republic. But certainly all the American players will certainly have a similar experience. Travel baseball teams, all that other stuff, high school baseball. So you have some sort of common ground.
Yeah.
But minor league baseball is a crapshoot. They also do less of a draft now. Like there are some guys that are Hall of Famers now that if they were drafted this current year wouldn't have been drafted at all. Like Piazza. Piazza was I forget what round pick he was, but
that just goes to show you how
it would have been it was something like 32 rounds after.
I guess it's safe to say that we are evolving.
I understand why, because baseball is trying to remain competitive in the sporting marketplace and trying to make their product more entertaining. So they're like, okay, the NFL draft is a marquee viewing event on the sporting calendar.
Yeah.
Like, let's try and make our thing that, because it used to just be they do it in the middle of the season in like the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Not at all try and make it a marquee event for television.
Sports, man. Sports. You see, we're relegated to talking Pittsburgh sports because then New York sports sucks.
Well, I also like. There are things that I like in baseball, like this kid that came up with the Reds, Ellie De La Cruz. He's like, that's your next superstar right there. Like, unless something goes horribly wrong, we find out this guy's like a fucking serial wife beater, or like who knows what, or like has problematic views on gay people. You know, this guy's your future of baseball. This is your next future. Get him the fuck out of Cincinnati. Like, I would like to see that's who the Mets need to sign. I don't want to see him go to New York because New York would force him to cut the dreads.
Yeah.
So go to the Mets. You could have him.
Come on down.
Come. As a Yankee fan, I want you to have him.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
But I want Ohtani. I would. It's like, as a baseball fan, how would you not want a guy?
If he goes to the Yankees, it wouldn't surprise me. They said the Rangers are the top team.
Yeah, I would always favor the West Coast teams over because that's when he was initially
as he wanted to stay over
coming over. He didn't want to travel across country to travel back home.
Yeah,
because he was going to be doing that routinely in the off season. We're like guys like Matsui. When Matsui came here, Matsui moved to New York and then would, go visit Japan occasionally, but year round, New York, Florida, for spring training, and then go visit Japan on his off time, and probably maintain a residence there, but mostly living in New York and Florida. Ichiro too. I think Ichiro mostly lived over in America during his heyday, or would live wherever he played.
Yeah.
But I think Ohtani goes back to Japan after the season's end.
Okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
We're going to switch it up. We're going to go into a little science, bro.
Are we blinding? Oh, you're blinding me with science?
I'm blinding you with science.
Blinding me with science.
They're saying mammals might have hunted down dinosaurs for dinner and some fossils.
It's maybe not dinosaurs as we know them, but like certainly some sort of animal that no longer exists that may be closer to a close relation to it. Like,
I think maybe a saber-toothed tiger.
Saber-toothed tigers for sure, absolutely.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Woolly mammoth, 100%.
I would assume they would.
But like we weren't hunting Brontosaurus.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I do not think so.
What's this about this thing? It's called cannibal coronal mass injection that devoured a dark eruption from the sun will smash into Earth today.
Oh, basically. Coronal, like a sunburst, is what you're basically.
Yeah, basically. So it's like a fucking.
Is that why our cell phone service was a little spotty earlier today?
Did you notice that?
Yeah, the last couple of days.
Internet has been dog shit for the last couple of days.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yesterday was really bad. That's what it is, bro. Isn't that crazy?
Could be, yeah.
Knock the satellites out, probably.
Yeah, man.
Fucked them up.
We live near. Our entire base is near like a giant nuclear reactor in space.
And just when it decides, it's like.
And just every once in a while, it belches.
Yep. It goes.
And just farts radiation throughout the cosmos.
Oopsies. Yep. Sorry about that.
There's like a star that has been around our entire lives is about to go. I think it's Betelgeuse. The Betelgeuse star is about to go supernova. They think.
Wow, really? Betelgeuse?
Which when they say about to go supernova is it meaning it's probably already gone supernova because like that's how stars work. We're not actually. It's not actually there. We're only seeing its light. So it's probably
called light years, right?
Yeah, it's only its light is shining. So it's probably. Like at some point in time, all of the stars in our visible universe will no longer be shining.
Dude, it's crazy because like we're just literally floating in target practice. Eventually, a meteor is going to hit.
Something, yeah. We literally just don't know.
We're just like floating. We don't even know.
Yeah,
like, you don't even know how lucky you are.
We're more like playing Celestial Frogger.
It's true,
but we don't know.
And one of these days we'll be like George Costanza. He's just gonna be like
this. but we're playing Celestial Frogger with a blindfold.
It's all right. We'll just send Bruce Willis and fucking.
Oh, I was talking about that movie yesterday.
Ben Affleck.
That is literally. I don't know. I've probably said this on the podcast before. That is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it's a terrible movie.
It is the worst. I have very seldomly got up and walked out of movies.
Yeah, it's not good.
But I did not.
It's no good.
It's no good.
It's no good.
Why did they teach drillers to astronaut instead of astronauts how to drill?
Yeah, that made no sense.
Yeah.
That was just a means to make Steven Tyler sing a song.
Which they didn't even write. That's not even an Aerosmith. They didn't.
Tyler
saying. And Perry didn't even write that song.
Steven Tyler,
which is sad because you know why? It's their only number one single.
That's crazy.
All of the great hits Aerosmith has ever had. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing is their only number one.
When I tell you, I hated that song.
I liked it when I first heard it, and then it was like My Heart. It was because that was before My Heart Will Go On. But
Was it really? No.
Yeah, no, yeah, because that was 97.
Armageddon was later than that. I couldn't have been.
No, it was absolutely 97.
Armageddon was 97.
I'm pretty sure.
Because it was the same year then, because Titanic came out in 97.
No, I thought Titanic came out in 98.
No, Titanic came out in 97, but I think Armageddon came out in 98.
My phone fell, so I can't IMDb
Look right
effectively.
fucking now.
I'm already doing it faster than you. To the IMDb. IMDb. This is great. Podcasting.
I know. Who gives a
1998.
shit? Yeah, see, 98. Yeah.
All right, you right, fam.
You got your years mixed up, bro.
You right, fam. You right.
You got your years mixed up, dude. I always see, like, you always forget, like, back then they thought the end of the world was coming in 2000.
Yeah, we didn't know what was going on.
It was all disaster. Like, the world's going to end. Get ready.
Like, I'm not going to lie. The trailer, I'm watching the trailer for this movie now.
What, for
Armageddon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm remembering the trailer, and I'm like...
Who directed that? Michael Bay?
This was a Michael Bay, Jerry
I
Bruckheimer.
can always tell when they made movies.
Yeah.
Michael Bay always had a distinct style. So
Yes.
annoying. He did the same thing with
J.J. Abrams was the writer, and Tony Gilroy, who also... I like all these people. I like J.J. Abrams. I like Tony Gilroy as a writer.
Well, then you didn't like the movie, bro.
I did not like this.
Well, sucks to be them, huh?
It was not good. It was very not good.
Sucks to be them.
I'm just like, this is so incredibly bad.
That's funny right there.
Yeah.
You funny guy, man.
Are you a funny guy? Dominican Lou.
You a funny guy. Make me laugh, me.
I even consider like Jerry Bruckheimer at that time because I was after Twister. I liked Twister.
Yeah.
I liked The Rock. I liked...
Like the wrestler?
No, The Rock, like the Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage movie.
Oh.
Welcome to The Rock.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Stanley Goodspeed.
Yeah.
Who are you? You're the doctor.
You're the doctor. Was that
Connery.
from what?
The Rock.
Oh, that's right. You know, it was
There's a theory. There's a theory that Sean Connery's character from The Rock is James Bond.
That'd be sick.
Yes, and James Bond did some stuff, did like a mission, and was caught by the Americans. And
I'd be okay with that. Would you be okay with that?
yeah, if they found a way to fucking explain that in the movie,
Totally
that'd be fucking awesome. And making it like that's the that would have been his return to being Bond.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
Hello.
There's exists one man that could get you out of this. Her name's Bond. James Bond. Like, if someone goes back and redubs The Rock, and just instead of where he says whatever his name, the character's name was, goes Bond, James Bond, and then like,
you know, they could do it too with this technology. Now.
yeah, like when he's at the bar at the hotel after they let him go, he's like, vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
Yeah, they could just make it easily. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy what they can do with that face technology now. I can see why everybody's striking. I kind of understand it, but it's like,
Well, it's the business. Every once in a while, show business evolves, and the last time they went on strike was digital rights, which was a big thing coming up, which they were absolutely 100% right. I'm always going to be on the side of labor, pal.
Yeah,
100%. Labor over management 1,000 times out of
but
1,000.
It's like, oh, we can just get AI to do it. Fuck you.
Yes, but what's the quality going to be?
That's what I say.
Yeah. We don't know. Like, if they can make an AI movie that's just as good as anything they're fucking making now, then, yeah, they might be screwed. But I don't think the technology is quite there yet where, like I don't think an AI movie is going to come up with something as good as Endgame.
No way.
No.
Oh well. I can't wait to see Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible again. I know it's out right now, and I'm going to go see it soon.
I mean,
you know how I'm going to see it. I'm not going to say it, but you know I'm going to watch it.
Oh, I mean, I'd go see it in a theater.
I mean, I would, but like, fuck, who cares? Buy a fucking ticket, sit in an annoying seat.
I mean, it's no difference in sitting in the seats in your couch. It's just someplace else, and you can't smoke in the theaters.
I can smoke. I can eat halal food and watch it.
I mean, you could vape. You just got to blow it down.
Yeah, that's not cool. People get offended. Excuse me, sir, are you smoking? Shut up.
No, that's why I stand in the back.
You bitch. Shut the fuck up.
That's why I sit in the very back row of those seats.
Yeah. Dummy. You dummy.
You big dummy.
You fucking dummy.
I like the smaller theaters with the reclining seats, where it's like only like 3 or 5 rows or something like that.
Yeah.
I always like it when it's in those. When it's in the big ones, it kind of intimidates me because there's going to be a lot of people here.
Yeah.
I don't really like those. I like going to, especially if I'm in a movie theater and it gets right up to the point in time when the movie's about to start and there's nobody in the theater with me. It's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking private screening, bitch.
Yeah.
I could splay out. No one's coming. I could get up and walk out in the middle of the movie and not have to fucking worry about anybody. Have to wait. Oh, excuse me. Now, question of etiquette as I pass: do I give you my ass or my crotch?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Fuck the theater.
I don't mind. Like, see the thing, I don't mind going. I still like the idea of going to a movie theater.
Yeah.
Like, there is something about that experience that will always be an enjoyable experience to me. But I am certainly limiting the amount of times that I'm going to it.
Yeah.
It's only for very, very special. Because I didn't see Endgame in theaters.
I didn't. Oh, yes, I did.
Nope.
I did.
Nope. Saw it online.
It's very crowded. I didn't like the standing ovation at the end. It's like, come on, it's a superhero.
Well, when I saw Infinity War and a girl behind me was crying,
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, I'm not going to go do this anymore.
Yeah.
Or I'm not going to go
Yeah.
night one.
I remember, I'll just never forget the black family that was behind me. And then at the end, when Thanos just smiles and it ends, and one guy goes, "What the fuck?
They didn't win."
I just, yeah, it was funny. Yeah. That was real funny. Yeah, I don't care about the movies no more, man. And after Endgame, that was it for me. I was like, all right, I'm going.
I mean, I still care about movies. I still want movies.
You know what did it to me though? The fucking the pandemic, when everything started coming out, I was on HBO Max. You could watch it.
Oh yeah, no. Kenny and I had this conversation the other day with Dune. Like, I want to see the second Dune movie, but I'm like, God, it was so much easier when it just came out on my TV for free, and I could just watch it.
Turn it on and watch it.
Yeah, and then I could start watching it in the middle of the night and just stoned out of my mind.
It's fucking great, dude.
Yes,
Great, dude.
I want to get that sound effect too for my soundboard.
What's that?
The lady yelling in whatever language she's yelling in the Dune trailer.
That's why that movie's the cure for insomnia.
Buddy, it was a great movie. It's called pacing.
Whatever you say.
It's called building. It's called building.
Whatever you say, pal.
And world building.
That movie put me to sleep.
It's literally what George Lucas got the idea from Star Wars from.
I said all this time, I was trying to figure out a cure to my insomnia.
Just watching Denis Villeneuve movies.
And here it was.
Did you see the Blade Runner 2040?
I did not.
Oh, that was good. I like that.
I like the original Blade Runner.
The original Blade Runner was fucking fantastic.
It's a great movie.
I thought the most unbelievable part of that movie, though, I liked it. I thought the most unbelievable part of that movie is Ryan Gosling beating up Dave Bautista.
That's great. Dave Bautista, he's getting around. Would you say
Dave Bautista is the best wrestler actor? Yes.
You would have to say that.
Yes. No, without a doubt. Because I think now we've established that The Rock is not an actor. The Rock just plays The Rock in every movie.
For sure. He's just one-dimensional.
Yeah. I think Black Adam definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely showed that.
And that was all him, you could tell.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not doing that. I'll do it this way.
I'm going to do it. The Rock says he's going to do it his way.
Yeah. The Rock says he's not going to lose to some jabroni with hawk wings.
The Rock will job out to one man and one man only. That's the Man of Steel.
It's the Man of Steel. What do you think? Just because you put James Bond under a metal helmet that The Rock's going to job to him?
He's going to take that metal helmet, shine it up real nice, turn that sumbitch sideways and stick it straight up your candy ass.
Shaken, not stirred, of course. Oh, my God, The Rock. Yeah, The Rock is very, you know what I could see him doing? Taking the Expendables franchise from Stallone.
And just what is he in the Expendables?
He's not in the Expendables.
But would he just be?
He'd be the star.
Yeah, as the
at the end of Expendables, probably, but at the end of Expendables 4, whatever this is, like Stallone he's like, call in some new blood.
Call in some new blood. I mean, I don't know if it was just an AI thing, but I saw a thing where at the end of the new Transformers movie, Vin Diesel meets Optimus Prime.
I don't know. I know it had to be fake.
You don't think so? They're both Universal properties.
That's not real.
I'll fucking show it to you.
You could show it to me, but I won't believe that it's real.
You don't believe that it's a real thing? Okay, hang on.
Dumb shit.
Vin Fast and Furious Transformers. Fast and Furious. Furious.
It's a good movie. You like it, the movie? It's a good movie.
Fast and Furious Transformers is the 5th thing that comes up on Google.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's the Fast X post-credit scene.
Send it to me.
I'm sending it to you. This is this guy. There's this guy just talking about it. I don't know if this is...
It's not real. That's why. He's telling you. He's like, yeah, this ain't real, boys. Don't believe this shit. This shit's fake. He's like, what's up? Are you...
somebody made it. Okay.
Yeah. Are you family?
I'm going to help your robot family.
Yeah. I have to help these robots.
They have a family, too.
They know about family.
They got a space robot family.
Yeah, God, let me tell you something. That guy has milked that Fast series for every fucking thing that it's been like.
They started out stealing DVD VCR combos.
Yeah. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Oh, my God.
Now they're saving the world from terrorists.
They're flying Corollas into space.
Yeah, with rockets across them.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Any movie that tries to tell me that Ludacris is a scientist engineer, you're fucking lying.
Ludacris.
You're not telling me.
Noted rocket scientist Ludacris Bridges.
Exactly.
Luda. Be making them rockets launch.
Exactly. Any fucking, he's like,
roll out. Yeah. Launch up. Launch up.
Like, move, bitch. Get out the way.
Space, bitch. Yeah. Get out to Earth. Get off to Earth.
I can't do this shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Fucking Fast and the Furious is the worst movie franchise ever.
Oh, my God. I'm perspiring and laughing that much.
It's so bad.
Space, bitch. Get off to Earth.
Well, I hope you enjoyed Tony and Brandon's Darkplace. Coming to a close here at the Darkplace. Follow Brandon at Brandon All Hope and Apparently Nothing. Follow me at Legend Series Photography, Legend_series. And check out all my stuff. Got some stuff coming up real soon. A bunch of freshly baked props episodes.
Real soon?
A bunch. I got a little crazy with some vehicles as of late. So a bunch of freshly baked props episodes coming out. Check out the GM mode with me and Brandon.
When it's done.
When it's done, we're
what we want to do is we want to build up enough of the things where we can release.
Yeah, we're literally going to work on it today too.
Yeah, so. Where we can release one episode.
Yeah, exactly.
While we're already like 4 episodes deep.
Yeah, so we're working on everything now. That's gonna come out, and then get ready when I eventually get my PS4, my PS5. We will be doing that universe mode where we'll create guys and download guys and have a great fucking rosters.
The most absurd pro wrestling.
Exactly, and then we'll call that action too. I can't wait for that. So
the Gabagool coming this year.
Yes, but follow False Finish Productions on all your social media channels, please. It'd be nice if you can move this fucking podcast up me.
You know, well, again, I think if we keep doing it more, and then I'll Daddy Brandon will shell out some money for some advertising.
Yeah, this guy. Cool. Yeah. Anyway, that's Daddy Brandon. I'm Uncle Tony. This has been the False Finish Podcast. Take it easy.
The podcast, Daddy.